Hey guys, I have a LiftMaster 8500 garage door opener. I went through a couple just procedural things to make sure there was no other issues before I contacted LiftMaster. The nice thing is mine was manufactured in 2014. It's now 2020, so 6 years later they sent me a new part under warranty. So I'll run over quickly why I ended up having to contact them. Guys, first thing you want to check is make sure your eyes are lined up. You'll see here, sometimes, the lawnmower's over here, we have a bucket. Sometimes some things get bumped here. If those aren't aligned, then your garage door opener is not gonna close. So that's your first thing you wanna look at, especially over here. You can see my compressor line sits right by the eye. So it every now and then catches the eye and it will knock it off its track. So, but you can see there is a green light on here, which tells me they're okay. Other one is a manual lock here. Make sure your manual lock's not engaged. And then finally, once you go through all those processes and you realize it's still not working, if you need to, you can actually control your garage door opener with these buttons. So we've been manually opening and closing our garage door this way until LiftMaster sent me the new part. So if you have to, you can hold these different buttons and it'll actually close your garage door for you. So that's what we've been doing. Now, after I realized none of those were working, I had LiftMaster send me a new part here. And we're going to go ahead and install that and then reprogram remotes as necessary. All right, first things first, guys, you want to unplug this guy here. And then we're gonna come down to our opener here, underneath your panel. And again, remember, there's a little yellow light that's typically on. You'll see it once I replace it, that's running constantly. And that's how I knew I had bigger problems. So I'm gonna undo this screw. Guys, if you have this in drywall, you wanna make sure your anchor's in good shape before you put it up. They also say that to code, you want this at least 5 feet off the floor. Keep those little ones away from pushing it, locking themselves in the garage. So the top screw is in. Underneath here, there's a slot here, and I'll show you. You have to slide the garage door opener up, and it will pop off that hole. All right, guys. Another thing too. You're gonna see a red and a white here. One wire has red on it. One wire is strictly white. Your red's always gonna be your positive. Your white's always just gonna be your plain white. These are just control wires too, guys, so don't be afraid of them. But if you unplug your garage door opener like you should, either way, you won't have to worry about it. Remember, guys, too, my videos are just for informational only purposes, so read your instructions. Again, red with red, white with white. You see how I kind of loop the wire around the screw and the way that the screw closes, so or screw tightens. So I'm looping it to the right. That way you're not loosening the wire around the screw as you tighten it. There's a screw already in. You're just gonna put it on over that screw, and then you're gonna push down. It's on there securely. I'm gonna line up my existing screw here. All right, guys, so it's as simple as that. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this back in and we'll see where we're at. You'll see there's yellow and red lights blinking. That means the unit inside of here is charging. So it's okay if it does that shortly. The fact that we have lights is a good sign. Another thing to know too, guys, is I went back and forth with LiftMaster on this because I was a little nervous because our cars didn't work, our remotes inside didn't work. So I thought it was something more than that control panel. That control panel controls all of your remotes. So this one has a Lift IQ, which allows me to open and close the door from my phone. So it affects that, your remotes inside, your cars, anything that remotely closes the garage door opener are controlled right through that control panel. All right, guys, you'll see that the red and yellow lights stop blinking, and now it's just strictly yellow. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a push. Easy as that. Now what I want to do is I want to test and make sure that my remotes are working. So I programmed on 1. You can see when I hit 1, it's not working. What you want to do is you're going to go over to here. There's a learn button on the left. You'll click the learn button. You're going to hold the learn button until it stays solid. Go to your remote. I'll hold it in for a second too. The learn button is now off. And now the remote closes the door. So just a quick extra piece too, guys. I'm gonna throw you one more thing here. I'm gonna program it to my truck just so you can see it. So again, you're gonna hold that learn button for a couple seconds. So I just held it for 3 and it didn't stay on, so I'm gonna hold it for 5. Now it's staying on. I'm gonna run out to my truck here. It's a 2013 Toyota Tundra. It's gonna have the controls right up here. I'm gonna hold that, you'll see it blinks. Now it stays solid. Once that light goes solid, you'll know that it's programmed. I'm gonna go ahead and click this, and it closes the garage door. I'm gonna open it back up. All right guys, now we're gonna do my wife's car. So same idea, push learn. We're gonna go out to my wife's car, which is a 2017 4Runner. And different from my truck is hers, you're gonna go up here, you'll see a green light flashing. You're gonna hold for a couple seconds, let go. Hold for a couple seconds, let go. All right guys, so the first method didn't work. Keep in mind, when you hit the learn button on that garage door opener, you're going to have about 30 seconds to program. So now what we're gonna try to do is I'm gonna hold 1 and the first programmed button on the garage door opener that I did. Again, you have 3 marks here, 1, 2, and 3. So I'm gonna do 1 and 1 and hold them at the same time. You'll see a triple green button on there. That means you're doing the correct method, and that should mean when we hit that garage door opener, it comes down. We'll hit it again, send it back up. So guys, just something to be aware of on the 4Runner. You can see in the Tundra it was super easy. I just hit the learn button on the controller, and then I hit the first button on my mirror in the Tundra. With the 4Runner, that actually didn't work. So you don't hit learn on that. You actually hold the receiver button, the first receiver button, and whatever button you want to control in your 4Runner at the same time. So I've seen videos of both ways. Some people, it works better if they hold the learn and then come out to the truck and they'll push it a couple times periodically every couple seconds, and it'll program that way. Or the other option is the way we ended up having to do it, is I held the first button on the remote and then the first button on the mirror, and it ended up programming that way. So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Hope that helps.